what's going on YouTube? Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Looks like another short week because of the new year. But crude oil did take a bounce, but it only bounced to reach its equilibrium and bounce up to the resistance of its previous low. So you can see real quick on the daily. It's a weekly. So on a daily, you can see how it went up, did its elasticity move into its previous low, and now it's moving back down. Today, just the day after it reached its into the previous lows, it went up to like 38.26 or something like that. So it was climbing in this area, got stopped, and then just the next day they slammed it upwards of 3.5%. So the only thing that I can see on the daily that it's closing near and above, or just near these moving averages. That's a 3, that's a 5, and that's the 8. And the signals start when the 3 goes above the 5, and the 5 goes above the 8. And then the big moves are when the 13 crosses the 34. But that being said, it closed above 3 days. Let's see if we can get a little bounce of support up in here. Consolidate between these two lines as this comes down and these go up. Price in between gets squeezed and pops. So I would look for that if it can consolidate above these trends, 3, 5, and 8. But this is our major trend. It's major on the daily, but my swing trade points are on the weeklies, and you can see it's got a lot of work to do. So it's still a downtrend. That's a failure, as these were trying to get above. It failed. That is a failure to reach trend, and it's very bearish on the weekly. So look for more downfall. Also consider watching the consolidation above the daily trends. S&P hasn't fallen apart yet, but it has, in my opinion, changed trend on a daily chart from up to down, and significantly the 3, 5, and 8 are closing below the daily trend, and it's being squeezed between the daily trend and the 3, 5, and 8, and we might see a pop, but unfortunately I think it's going to be a pop down. And again, on the weekly, lots of work and lots of downfall. Here we have the breakdown, the lower highs all the way down, and I got this little spot where it's going to, in my opinion, bounce. It's going to be more like a hit and run, bump and run, because in my opinion, this has changed trend on a daily. So, just to look at the monthly, just real quick, that's a bearish candle. If this closes the month out, these two candles put together are bearish. But you can see on a monthly, nothing's changed. The trend is still in, and it's bullish on a monthly. But if you look long term, that is a steep line. I don't think it's going to hold up. It's already broken down, and it's still looking highs, and it put in a pattern of a reverse head and shoulders, and the right shoulder on a monthly's completing now. So we're going to watch for that. Silver, copper, and gold all got smashed. But I'm looking on a daily as if this is the left shoulder and this is the right shoulder. It's going to consolidate in here, above this line, and maybe see some power moves on the upside. I thought maybe it could because it closed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row above the daily trend. But 3 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday night, no one's watching, they drop this thing 3.5%. Bam. But the thing is, it's holding the pattern on this bottom reverse and head and shoulders. So just opposite of reverse and head and shoulders at the top, this thing's at the bottom. And on a daily, it looks like it very well could consolidate here even more. It doesn't look good below 13. Much rather have it above these lines. But you can see it, the daily trend almost changed as the 3, 5, and 8 were going to close above the daily trend. The major trend, though, in my opinion, and how you swing trade, is follow the weeklies, and obviously we've got a lot of work to do. That major trend is upwards of 1550. Copper, same thing. Thought maybe this thing was going to get a boost. Bam, a little pop above. You can see how the price twists and churns in these lines, and then it has to be squeezed. It has to choose a direction. And the direction was chosen as down. Gold is more stable and didn't do as much action above the trend, and it got slammed today. But see, you can see the reverse head and shoulder pattern forming on gold as well. And I'm hoping that it's going to stay above that line like it is. Consolidate some more, get above that trend, and make a pop. I imagine that when it finally gets to a bottom, this thing is going to be very volatile. I mean, you can't pull these things down for coming up on 4 years and not have a great bounce. I mean, you're looking at a bounce around 1250. Because the elasticity the price needs to come back. It's just natural. Like David Morgan says, they may be able to control daily price action, but the major trend, I don't, as David Morgan states, don't think that the powers that be have that ability. So you can see the major trend was churned 1550 roundabouts on gold, and it's definitely a downtrend. No hopes for recovery yet. But as we look on the daily, I mean, if it breaks this line of defense right there, it's bearish. But right now, it's forming a pattern. This is a consolidation pattern on a bottom. This looks to be accumulation right here, and a boom, and then a consolidation. If we can get price above that 3, 5, and 8, consolidate a little bit more, and watch it pop. That's what I'm looking for. Catching these things on a bottom, it's going to be awesome. But that's it. Look for S&P, dollar, and crude to continue following its path of destruction. And silver, copper, and gold, look for more consolidation. And that's it. Let me know what's going on out there. If you want to follow any mining stocks. I was thinking about trading Bitcoin. I was looking into maybe a trading platform. Anyone know of a trading platform for BitGold or Bitcoin? I was thinking it's more of a free market, so I probably like it a lot more. That's why I don't trade stocks anymore. It's too manipulated. You can see the big commercials come in and just smash and control as they're being the market makers. But that's it. Please share, comment, and let me know what's going on. Thanks for watching.